Hello, Desert Edge.
Today is Friday, April 24th, 2020. We hope everybody's staying healthy out there.
DETV At Home Edition begins right now. Coming up on today's show, cabin fever grows as protests break out around the country asking for the economy to open up. Andrew Caldwell will have more from the Phoenix protests early this week.
Plus, Hayden looks into a classic story-based video game to help fight off the boredom of quarantine.
All that and more is coming your way. Good morning, Desert Edge. I'm Caillou Carlos.
And I'm James Beaumont. Welcome back to our fourth episode of DETV Quarantine Edition.
As we approach the halfway point of this fourth quarter, administration urges students to answer every essential question for each class to be counted towards attendance. Admin reminds that Wednesdays are set aside for extra assistance in class as a time for students to attend virtual academic overtime with their classes, and to attend club, sports, or advisory virtual meetings. No essential questions will be posted on Wednesdays. Also, the school year is not being extended and the last days of school will remain the same. The last day for all seniors is May 14th and the last day for grades 9 through 11th is May 21st.
Even though we've transitioned to online learning, there are still plenty of students who are working really hard, specifically the 2019 to 2020 Conservatory of Arts and Design graduates. These graduates have completed a minimum of 4 courses in a focused fine arts discipline, developed an individual capstone project, and continually developed their talents over 4 years. Congratulations to Devin Christensen for theater, Simone Smyer, Faith Jackson, and Natalie Figueroa for visual art, Taylor Oya, Nicholas Garcia, Michaela Avery for choir, and Etna Kindred and Zoe Zellner for dance. Congratulations to all of DE's first ever state diploma seal recipients.
When DETV returns, Andrew Caldwell was at this Monday's protest at the state capitol.
That as well as world news is coming up after the break.
Welcome back. This Monday, protesters around the nation gathered to advocate for opening up the economy. In some cities, those for opening up the economy now were met with counter-protests. DETV's Andrew Caldwell traveled to Arizona's state capitol on Monday and met with some local teenagers protesting the stay-at-home law.
This is Andrew Caldwell reporting for DETV at the Phoenix, Arizona State Capitol. Hi, I'm Andrew Caldwell here with Olivia. She's age 15. She's homeschooled. Olivia, why are you here today?
I'm here to help open Arizona back up again.
How long have you been out here protesting?
A couple hours, 2 to 3 hours.
Have you protested anywhere else before?
Yeah, I go to a lot of rallies for medical freedom.
I'm here with Emma, age 19. Emma, how long have you been out here today?
I've been here since around 12 o'clock.
What are you doing out here?
We want to open Arizona. The government has no right to shut us down and keep us quarantined. We have the right to assemble. We have the right to be out and about. We want the economy to thrive, so this is what we're here getting done to open Arizona.
With DETV, I'm Andrew Caldwell.
Our phones have made it easy to stay connected with friends and family during quarantine.
My phone has kept me busy during quarantine because I can talk to friends and family when I can't see them.
Our phones let us also stay on track with COVID-19 on the updates.
My phone helps me with a lot because I get to see new updates with Corona and how it's affecting lives.
Phones entertain us in many ways like video games, puzzles, coloring, social media, etc.
Personally, my phone helps me stay distracted in many ways. Like for one, I play video games or go on social media. I even talk to friends so I can stay distracted.
Using your phone is very helpful right now, especially during quarantine. We all just need to stay put at our home so we don't spread the virus.
Now it's time to get updated on what's been going on in the world.
Thanks guys, Celeste had some technical issues with their Chromebook, so I'll be filling in. Let's get started. The company that makes Lysol has an urgent message to its consumers. Do not consume our cleaning products. It comes after President Trump suggested the possibility of injecting disinfectants to protect people from coronavirus. The suggestion came yesterday during a White House briefing. The warning stated, quote, "Under no circumstances should our disinfectant product be administered into the human body through injection, ingestion, or any other route." Another coronavirus relief package is heading to President Trump for his signature. That's after the House passed the $484 billion measure yesterday. Most of the money will go towards the Paycheck Protection Program. It's been helping small businesses stay afloat during the pandemic. But right now, it's out of money. Another $75 billion will help hospitals struggling with the cost of coronavirus, and $25 billion will help enhance testing. Hormel Foods is giving more than $10 million in bonuses to its food plant workers. The move is a thank you to those who are working through the coronavirus pandemic. Full-time workers will get $800 in bonus pay. Part-time employees will get $300. The first round of checks went out this month. The second round is set to go out in July. That's all for me. Back to you.
Moving on from the news for today to the news from the past, our historian, Von Hoprich, is here to talk about the birth of a famous English poet whose work has inspired books, stories, and film for centuries.
Welcome back to This Week in History. Today we look back to an event that happened yesterday in 1564, the birth of William Shakespeare. Whether you know it or not, William Shakespeare is very influential in all of our lives, and I don't mean by making you have to do extra assignments in English class. Shakespeare developed multiple plots and ideas that are still used and influence in entertainment today. The most obvious one being two lovers who are forced apart, the plot being from Romeo and Juliet. Send 'em packing, neither here nor there, mum's the world, and all of the sudden are also sayings that Shakespeare invented and that are still used today. That's all for This Week in History. Make sure to stay safe. Back to you.
Boredom can be hard to fight during quarantine, but when we come back, Hayden Ramos will have a video game title that will be sure to pass the time.
And if games aren't your thing, Michael Giles will be taking a look at a first-run film that you can watch from the comfort of your own home.
DET will be right back.
Realize all the little surfaces that he touched while not washing his hands. This is the easiest way for COVID-19 to spread. Please, stay clean, wash your hands.
Welcome back. Staying entertained at home sure is hard, but Hayden Ramos features a video game each week to keep us entertained during these difficult times. Today's pick engulfs the player in a great storyline with some difficult choices. Hayden?
This week, I chose another great title for the folks over at Telltale Games. I'm talking about the game that put the Bay Area company on the map. I'm talking about The Walking Dead. Lee meets Clementine under the gravest of circumstances. Zombies are everywhere, and Clementine, a young girl, has recently been orphaned. The unlikely duo will have to travel the zombie-infested world together, and Lee quickly becomes a father figure for Clem. Eventually, they meet up with other characters. The game takes the role of Lee, whose number one role is to keep Clementine safe. As the game progresses, your choice determines the fate of the members of the group. The choice-based plotline gives the title some serious replay value. The game was originally released in 4 seasons. Don't let the title fool you. The story isn't related to the TV show, but it does take place in the same universe and have some characters from the show in it. The critics like this game a lot. The Walking Dead got 89 on Metacritic, and 5 out of 5 on Comic Sense Media, and a 4 out of 5 on Screen Rant. If you like tough choices, some good scares, and a solid storyline, that I'd definitely check out this all-star game from Telltale.
Thanks for that, Hayden. With theaters closed, the film industry has had to get creative with their new releases. They're stuck in a jam with films produced for millions of dollars prior to the lockdown suddenly having no place to screen. Some of these films were forced to have their premieres on streaming services, and today Michael Giles reviews on one of those films.
Thanks, guys. Have you ever wanted to escape all the crazy things that are happening right now? I know I have, and the newest movie out helps you do just that. Trolls World Tour is a follow-up to the 2016 children's favorite Trolls. Trolls World Tour is packed full of huge stars in the music world, such as Ozzy Osbourne, Chance the Rapper, and Anderson .Paak. It has music for everyone to nod their heads to or jamming on the air guitar. I would give Trolls World Tour a solid 4 out of 5 guitars and recommend it to anyone who loves music. It is available to rent on Amazon Prime, Vudu, YouTube, and Google Play for $19.99. I hope you guys have a rockin' quarantine. For DTV, I'm Michael Giles.
Thanks for that, Michael. Rather than watching movies, Bradley Downs would prefer to spend his time in the kitchen. Today, Brad whips up another tasty breakfast favorite.
Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of my cooking show. Today we'll be making some cheese omelets. The ingredients include
3 eggs, shredded cheese, and olive oil.
That's it for the ingredients. Now for the tools you'll need is a spatula and a frying pan. Let's get cooking.
For the first step, we're gonna oil the pan. All right, that should be good. Now, crack the eggs. All right, we're gonna turn the heat to low medium. And stir this around. Start opening the edges a little bit. Opening it in towards the middle. Be sure not to break the egg under though. It's gotten to that point where we can open it up to the middle and start pouring it down. Be sure to get all the way towards the middle. We're gonna do this all the way around. Alright, once that's good, and make sure it's all loose. Add a little bit more olive oil, turn the heat down a little bit. Right. Once that is good, we're going to make sure it's really loose. And turn the heat off. Make sure it's really loose. Now, this is really risky. But I did it. Make sure it's flipped all the way. Try not to break it at all or burn it. That'd be really bad if you burnt it. Oh wow. For the other pan. Alright, and turn the heat back up. Alright, I think it's done on that side. Don't do that again. Alright. So now that is done cooking. Oh, it looks perfect. Now we're gonna add on the cheese. Put it all on one side. good. Now, make sure your heat is off at this point. You can take this side, flip it over. Now, would you look at that? A fantastic finish.
And there you have it, a perfect cheese omelet. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.
That does it for today.
Remember, you can send us requests, suggestions, story ideas, and announcements to detv2012@gmail.com.
Until next time, I'm Caillou Carlos.
And I'm Reese Beaumont. Have a great day, Scorpions.